Hey, so that was quite unexpected. I didn't realize so many people would be interested in getting a set of light probes. There were so many DMs for a set of balls. I thought it'd be easier to make a video and explain what you're going to get and how we can do this sort of thing. So it's really hot right now. I'm sorry, I look so. I'm probably red and I'm dripping with sweat, but I've just got to get this done. So yeah, it's hot right now where I am. So first of all, these balls are not perfect. They're not absolutely perfect. They're handmade. I get the balls, I do my thing, then I usually just do them with my friends because they usually just ask him. I'm the only guy that's usually got a welder to do it properly, because they were like bolting like was it like curtain rail holders and bolting them on, and it's really flimsy and rubbish. And I tried to sort them out whenever I can. Anyway, so yeah, they're not perfect, but they are only they're £120, and that covers most of the parts and stuff. And there's not a huge amount of profit made from it, I don't think. But they're a lot cheaper. Well, they're a lot cheaper than most other places. But they're not as, if you know what I mean. You are saving on money, but it's they have slight flaws, if you know what I mean. And we'll go through that. So I want you to know all the things that are wrong with it first before you buy them, because I don't want to sort of feel like you've been screwed over or anything. And I want you to make sure that you feel that you've had a good purchase. So the next thing is, these are made to order. So I probably wouldn't expect next day delivery, because they do actually take quite a little bit of time to get them in a really nice place. Although I will try my best to get them out as fast as possible. Like, if you order one, you're not going to be waiting a year for it. Like, I would imagine they don't, like, if I'm not busy, they won't take very long. But I can't imagine it would take longer than a couple weeks. But yeah, it depends how busy I am. So with this sort of stuff, you kind of want to try before you buy, but obviously that's very, very difficult because they're made to order. I don't have any right now, only have my own. So probably just seeing a picture probably isn't good enough, and you're just running by, you're not being able to understand what you're really buying, really, just from a picture. And you can see it, but you kind of want to see it in use. So I do want you to feel like you're making a good purchase, and the only reason that you can make your own assumptions on what you're going to get. So what I've done, there's some test shots that you can download for free. So there's one test shot which is basically a single frame HDR image, and it's of the chrome balls and the Macbeth chart, and grey ball, and there's a HDRI that's been taken in the exact same place. So you should be able to match it really well, and you can make your own assessment on whether if these are useful for you or not. And you can have a play, try and match them, and do whatever. It's all free download. And yeah, and there's also, if that's not good enough, if you want to do it with something else, I've also put in a link where you can download a free VFX scene. So you'll get a 4K Blackmagic RAW plate, a camera, set geo, lens distortion, ref balls and chart, 2 HDRIs, and yeah, and all the details of the process, because all they've been is transcoded, the footage. The rest is just raw, so it's not been touched, so you can make your own assessment on getting just the raw footage and stuff. And yeah, so you can effectively try it before you buy it and just make your own assessments, and it's basically just make you feel more comfortable if what you're buying, you're not buying some trash or anything like that. Like, I do try to make them as best as I can, and yeah, I don't want to give you any rubbish, so at least you can try these out through some test shots or something like that. So it's free, so even if you don't want the balls, I'd probably just download this anyway and have some fun with it. Like, even if you're here not for the balls and you just want the free shots, just go for it. Yeah, it's all good stuff. So yeah, I'll just chatting on now. So what we'll do now, we'll just take a quick look at the balls. Not my balls, the chrome balls and grey balls. Right. So these are the balls, and you can probably see how messy my room is, but yeah. Yeah, get a tripod handle, it's pretty self-explanatory. And you can hold it like that, it's pretty useful, it's sturdy. You get your dual bracket, you get your grey ball and your chrome ball. They're fixed with steel tubing with a tapped insert on the inside. You can't see it because I've got these lovely little bits here. Yours will look different. Yours will start off life like this. Let me see if I can frame that. No. And it's like a 3D printed bracket to cover up my not so pretty welding. But it's strong and it will last. It will eventually look like this. So, see like that. It very much it'll be exactly the same as in the pictures on LinkedIn, just not so shiny grey ball. So you can sort of see here. I don't know if you see, I think I've just put a sweaty hand mark on there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but down the middle, you probably can't quite see it. But down the middle, there is on the chrome ball, you can see there is a weld seam which has been buffed out. And these actually don't come as clean as this, so I do actually, when these arrive, I do buff them out a little bit better. So I give the balls a good old buff, if you say so. Yeah, and they come out a little bit cleaner. They don't come out amazing. I really don't think you can even see. Maybe I can push it close. Let's try and focus in on that. You can really see how messy my room is. Let's see if we can get that seam. No, it's just the dirt. I got loads of handprints over it. I probably should have given it another clean, but let's see if I can get back here. I really need something with a wide focus. Cool. I think that's about right. Probably shouldn't play that, but yeah. Yeah, they're, like I say, they're not perfect, but when you're looking at the sort of test files, you'll know that like they can be useful still. They've got their imperfections, but then you're also saving a lot of money as well. But yeah, and likelihood, when you look in the test shots, you probably won't be able to see the imperfections anyway. And the grey ball is pretty good. There's nothing really on there apart from a slight bit of speck. My camera's reversed, so it's a little bit weird. So yeah, if you have any doubts, please check the files and open them up. They're free, so you may as well just do it. If you don't want to and gamble, that's fine. But yeah, it's so you can make your own assessment. So the chrome ball is basically steel tubing going through, and I tap it, and these cover the messy welding, or not so messy really, but I'll show you a picture of it as well. Yeah, and the grey ball. You'll probably laugh, but I actually hand paint the grey balls with a paintbrush, and you probably think that's probably a bit stupid, right? Why not spray it? It's easier, faster, less messing around afterwards. But I do hand paint these with a paintbrush purely because the paint's not that cheap, and when I paint it with a brush, there's literally zero waste, and it means I can put more coats on for you as well. So you get usually about 3 to 4 layers, including the prime, and usually that's pretty solid and it's not really going to come off. But yeah, they are hand painted. Then obviously for paintbrush there's going to be loads of little ridges and stuff, so I'll try to do vigorously rub it smooth, but not so much that it comes off, but I am very gentle with the ball. But yeah, then it comes off really nice and smooth with a slight bit of speck on it. So yeah, when it's completed, it does do the job you need, but you just be aware there is slight speck on it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's just the balls. They're nothing complicated. It's pretty simple. It does its job. There would be one other thing that I'd recommend is you can get a quick release bracket that you can put on here. I have it on mine. I've taken it off for now just to show you what you would get, but I'll put a picture with it on any second now, and I'll show you. I don't know where they've gone. I think. Oh, that's it. So, yeah, quick release bracket. I'd probably get one of these because, like, I know it's only screwing it off, but if you're in a rush, I'm trying not to make. This is not a sales pitch. This is kind of like I want to show you how many things are actually wrong with it before you buy it, so you don't feel like you're getting duped in any way. So that's how I have mine. Then obviously you don't have to screw it off, and it just comes off like that, and it just clips back on. They're pretty cool. I do like these quick releases. And yeah, that's the balls. Pretty much it. So yeah, there's not really much else I can really say. I'm going to put this down now. So finally, we go on to like sort of orders. And if you do want some, that's fine. Like, hopefully you've made your own assessment on what you're going to get. And yeah, it's entirely up to you. Like, you're not going to get absolutely puff. You're not going to get VFX store ones. But also they only cost 120 quid. And you've given yourself a saving of like 900. So yeah, it's entirely up to you. And with all problems, there's always a workaround. It shouldn't always. But yeah, let's not go on about that. But anyway. So yeah. With orders, I've only got a small house and a small kitchen. And the missus is already getting mad at me because I've turned my kitchen into like a ball factory. And there's paint everywhere. It's a mess. It's not great. So I've got to make it worthwhile, right? So yeah. And also with that, I can only really do a small amount of orders at a time. That's not saying that I won't do lots. I may have to do it in batches. So at the moment, I'm limiting it to only 10 orders because I only have a small place, and that would probably mean I have to like get 20 odd balls, or at least 24, just in case some go wrong or some really naff ones turn up. Because sometimes they turn up and they're just like, well, you're a grey ball and you're a chrome ball. So it's kind of, you go through the process of like, you pick them up and you're like, I hope there's an equal amount of like destined to be chrome balls and destined to be grey balls, because it doesn't matter if they turn up quite bad. So yeah, so I will limit it to 10, and I'll prioritise the people that have sort of made quite a lot of interest in them, and I'll sort something out on Monday or in a couple of days, so you can put orders in or something like that. We'll sort it out. But this is more just to sort of go through and tell you what you're going to get and what's wrong with it, and making everything clear and transparent, so I'm not like duping you in any way. And also when I just do 10 orders, it really does allow me to keep on top of quality control of it. So as much as I'd love to become a ball man salesman, it's actually quite a lot of effort. And I don't want to put anything out that's kind of a bit rubbish. And it's so hot right now. I can really feel the sweat. So I'm going to have to like stop talking now and take a breath. And yeah, so please download the stuff and try it out. There's no viruses or anything in there, so don't worry. It's just footage and data and stuff like that, just VFX stuff. And even if you don't want the balls, I'll just download it anyway and just have some free VFX stuff. It's fine, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, and just have some fun with it. So yeah, I think this has been way longer than I thought it'd be, so yeah, I'm sorry for talking on, but I just want you to know that I just want everything to be transparent, and I don't want to someone buy it, then they go, this is rubbish, and why don't I do this? Like, but now you know all the problems with it, and you've got sample files and all that sort of stuff, so you've basically used it already without even knowing. And yeah, so I'm going to stop going on. So yeah, thanks for the massive amount of interest in my balls. Yeah, I'll just try and keep that to an absolute minimum, the sort of the innuendos with VFX balls. And I'm sure you're all dying to get it out there on set and use them and hear that classic grip joke of get your balls out, and it will never get old. You'll hear it everywhere. So anyway, I'm going to stop going on. Thanks for listening, even if you made it this far. But yeah, download the stuff and have a look, try it out. All right, thanks.